Hey everybody, welcome to Last Republic of the People. It is October 15th of 2020. We're about 3 weeks out from voting. A lot of voting been going on here in my state, setting records from the 2016 elections, which set some records as well. But there's lines around the corner. The people are out making their voice be heard. So God bless them, and I hope most of them are voting for DJT, which I have a feeling they are. Um, this week we watched confirmation hearings for the Honorable Amy Coney Barrett. She did a phenomenal job. If you were one of my friends and you follow me, then you've seen my memes on my personal page. I try not to do that here on the blog. I try to keep this business, but I try to have some fun there. I'm very disappointed with the radical left and their questions and their sexual questions and her faith question. It's just stupid stuff. They have nothing, so they try to create something. I think she is qualified. I think she is honest. I think she's a role model for any of us. I'm kind of upset actually that she's rolling for SCOTUS. She did such an amazing job. I wouldn't mind seeing her on a ticket in 2024, but having her as a SCOTUS, I think, would be a benefit to this country. So, Your Honor, she did a great job. Dan Gable, one of my favorite idols, is going to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Trump's going to give that to him. He's done a lot for people, coaching and wrestling and sports and athletes and helping young men. And I've had friends that went to Dan Gable camps, and I met Ed and Lou Bannock back in the day. I know a lot of you know who those guys are. Some of you may not, but they were Olympic wrestlers that were coached by Dan Gable. 180 and 1-1. The man's a beast. Amazing coach, coached thousands of kids. But I was really cool to see that on the rally last night that he's going to be getting, or in the Iowa rally, that he's going to be getting the Medal of Freedom. So that's pretty cool too. New members. I've gotten a plethora of new members. I know a lot of folks out there have. Folks are worrying about who you add, what you add. Yeah, be diligent, vet, do what you got to do. I've got my own security system set up and try to vet out. I'm not going to get everybody, and I think that's part of the game. You can have a difference of opinion, but when you come at me with some crazy things and vulgar, and I'm going to boot you, and I don't care because I don't want you to be talking like that, and that's not what this is about. I'm trying to unite people under God and under friendliness and under family and under Christianity and under our country, and I'm trying to help people just come together as people. So whatever amount of people that I have, I hope that you all can maintain, which it's been amazing, the conversations I've had and meeting the new people, and even maybe virtual, digital, whatever you want to call it. But it's been very cool just to see the appreciation that a lot of folks have for DJT that aren't in this country, and how hopeful they are that he makes it and continues to be our president because of what has happened in their countries. And without him, if he fails, this becomes a socialist nation. We are the last true free nation in the world. And there's freedom in a lot of countries, but not at the level that we have it. And nothing has the living, working constitution like us. So a lot of claim we're not free, a lot of claim, you know what, it's just rhetoric. If we fail and we collapse, then the world is going to fail and collapse. Not that we're in charge of the world or want to rule the world, but we definitely set a standard that people want to achieve too. And it's being threatened by radical left and socialists and big money techs and corporations, which brings me into my next subject, which is the censorship. We've seen the last couple of days the Biden situation starting to unravel a little bit. Pictures of some computer dropped off by Hunter, never picked it up. It's got pictures of him smoking a crack pipe and all jacked up. And, the kid got kicked out of the military. He's got a very horrible credibility. So I don't understand how he got such a job getting this kind of money without influence from his father or from somebody. He's got influence. So we've read some emails. Everybody's excited to see some of this stuff. I don't want to see our country go down because of corrupt politicians, but they are there. These guys have screwed up, so I'm glad to see some stuff coming out. It's actually the first time I've seen some proof of something. You know, we watched 3 years of Trump being ridiculed and hassled and hoaxed, and never once did an article or an email or anything like we've seen in the last couple of days come out like we did. We never saw any of that with Trump. We just heard rhetoric. We heard hearsay. We never saw documents. We always wanted to, hey, if he did it, let's get him. But he never did this stuff. So now we're seeing why they truly did this. And now we're seeing the big tech silence anybody that's trying to bring that stuff out. It's all over Facebook. I posted the Post article on a couple of places. It hasn't been deleted. I have had my Federalist article with the more you wear masks, the 70% increase in COVID cases. That article that I have here on my blog, that was put up as a false flag, false news, or whatever. Anything I post from Tucker ends up getting a false on it. So there are definitely censoring. I don't know if any of you work on POS systems. But I was on my blog yesterday and I was scrolling through, and usually I can stop and look at an article, and you can tell when you're on somebody's on your account. So everything was scrolling, and it was like somebody was looking at everything I had on there, and I couldn't address it. I would stop it and go back, and it would start scrolling again. And after it was done, I didn't have anything removed, but I had all those false things were put up. So I'm on my accounts, pretty often, and that was the first time I've seen that. So it reminded me of a tech coming in and working on my POS system. And they dial in and they start going through your stuff. So that's what it looked like. That's what I'm convinced it was. And I know they do it, so I just caught them doing it today. But we did see Twitter take down the press secretary. She put out some information regarding the emails and immediately was silenced. And the CEO or whoever he is comes out from Twitter and says, he did this because it violates the standards and what have you. That's controlling our freedom of speech. That's controlling and protecting a candidate like Biden, which makes that biased, which when you're a free speech platform, you can't do that. So I don't know where all the legalities are going to go with this, but these guys are absolutely violating free speech, and they're blatant about it now. So with them being so blatant, it doesn't surprise me that you're going to see more of this happen, because they don't think there's any accountability. They don't think there's any repercussions from them doing this. They're so big and so powerful, they think they can control the will and the free and the speech and the what you watch and hear and say. Well, they're succeeding in that, honestly. When they do these things and we allow them to do these things and we accept that they do these things, we might come back with a quip or a comment, or once we're out of jail or something, and we might post something, I'm free, and have some humor with it. But in reality, there's nothing funny about that. These guys are censoring, shutting down. They're biased. They're affecting our freedom of speech, which is our core. The mainstream media, everybody thinks that they're still falling under the freedom of speech. They honestly, when they lie to us and they tell us nothing true and they manipulate us, they're not following it. So they no longer fall, in my opinion, under that Constitution. They're now a element of a tool, if you will, being used by the radical left to control our opinions and how we do things. So that's not constitutional. So therefore, they don't fall under it. They're lying ass dogs. So we saw Wolf Blitzer try to amend himself a little bit with Nancy Pelosi. We've seen Don Lemon step up. I don't know if that's acting. It's a day late and a dollar short, I say. If they're going to redo what they are, then they need to show some consistency over some period of time, not just in one little news clip. I think that's more about hurting their ratings than anything, and I think they've been badgered so bad and they've lied so much, and the truth is starting to come out, that they're starting to realize that they need to come up with a different plan to be successful. So I think that's what Wolf Blitzer was doing the other day with Nancy and her response to him. And she's just a nasty whatever, but I'm not buying that he's reporting again. I'm not buying that Don Lemon is. I'm not buying that Chris Wallace is not a liberal. I don't carry ideology, man, but don't sit there and make up lies and create things to protect a candidate like Biden. You let him fail, you let him go down on his own. But he is so protected by these guys and these big techs, and honestly, he's just the puppet and one of the tools of these big tech corporations controlling power and money. So you got the money, you got the power, they got everybody's talking on, millions of people follow and listen and wait for those tweets, and it's pretty sad that we have become a culture that relies on these platforms. Well, since we're on these platforms and we are relying on them, let's try to use them in the positive until we get shut down. So that's what I'm trying to do, is keep some positive, keep some unity, get some folks together that think like I do, or somewhat like I do, or at least believe in God, country, and Donald Trump, and what he's doing for our country and what he's trying to do for our country. And if you can't see that, I'm sorry. I can lead you to the water. I can't make you drink. So if you don't buy what he's doing, that's okay. But if you don't vote, you're not helping us at all. So think about this stuff. Think about what I've said. If you have any questions or you'd like to reach out to me, drop a comment here. So happy to have so many people following now. I hope I continue to grow, and I hope we continue to get the voice out there and the word out there, and unite Americans and unite the world and unite whoever wants to be around us. And we got to get along and have some fun in life too. Right now we got some battles ahead of us, but I'm confident that we are on the right path with God, country, and family. And the testament to that is the amount of friend requests and things that have happened this week to a lot of us. I think that we're seeing a movement, and it's a worldwide movement, happen. Not that everybody can vote here in this country, but we can definitely have support from brothers and sisters from other countries. And it's very humbling to know that so many people are watching and waiting and hoping that Donald Trump is our president. So God bless you guys. God bless Donald Trump. God bless our military. God bless everybody, man. I hope everybody finds peace. And if you haven't voted and you're wanting to vote early, please get out and do so. I know that voting's opening up all over our country right now. So vote for the non-socialists. Vote for the country. Vote for Donald J. Trump. So have a blessed day. Take care.